Hey, how you doing, superhumans? Welcome back to our new lecture. And in this lecture, we will be studying about the shortcomings of mobile IP. But before moving on further with the lecture, I would like to talk about a mantra of success that a lot of people forget and that a lot of people don't practice. So this is what I call as 5 R's of success. The 5 R stand for the first R stands for reset, then the restart, then re-aim, replan, and refocus as many times as you want. It does not matter whether you have failed one time, second time, third time, or 10 times. It does not matter at all whether you were able to achieve your target or not. It does not matter whether you were able to get something or not. You can always re-aim. You can always have a new plan for yourself in your life. It does not matter whether your previous plan has failed or not, whether you were successful in the previous plan or not. You can always start on fresh. You can give yourself a fresh start in your life. Do not think about what others will think. Just make sure that you think highly of yourself, because till the time you are alive, you have got n number of times to redo a lot of things that you want to. Okay, moving on further with this double crossing concept. Okay, now there are a lot of shortcomings of the mobile IP concept, which is basically very good technology, but some shortcomings of it we are going to discuss in this lecture. The first shortcoming is double crossing. So first we'll discuss about what are the various problems that occur when because of this mobile IP concept. Okay, now we'll understand what is double crossing. So first I am taking this case 2. So the case 2 is, let's say that a remote host wants to send a message to the mobile host. So as I've already talked about in my previous lecture that how it is going to happen, this remote host is going to send a main packet. This is the standard image that I have been drawing for quite a while in this particular module. So this remote host is going to send a main packet to the router R1, which is nothing but the home agent. Now I have already talked about that this home agent is now going to encapsulate this main packet inside a new packet. So this is the main packet over here, and this is the packet that this router R1 or the home agent is going to send. So I am calling this as the new packet. When this new packet will be sent to the foreign agent R2, in which the network in which the mobile host is right now, it is going to pass through the network, through the internet. And let me tell you this one thing, that when a packet is going to transfer through the internet, it is not going to directly transfer to the foreign agent. It is going to pass through a number of devices, number of routers in between. After that, it is going to be received by foreign agent. Okay, so this is once the foreign agent receives the packet, it is going to forward that packet to the mobile host. Now the problem over here, you might have overlooked the problem. The problem is that this remote host and this mobile host are on the same network. Currently they are on the same network. So this particular main packet had to go through the complete internet. All the intermediate routers that came in its path between the network N2 and the network N1. There were a lot of routers. So it has to pass 2 times. This main packet has to pass 2 times through the internet. Once when it was this remote host was sending the packet to the home agent. This was the first time that this main packet crossed this internet, and the second time when this home agent had sent the packet to the foreign agent. So this router R2 is foreign agent. So 2 times this packet crossed the internet. Now it should not have crossed the internet 2 times. The reason is What should have actually happened was something like this. Instead of, let me show you it. Instead of going through the network 2 times, what could have easily happened was that this particular router, this particular remote host could have sent the packet directly to the mobile host, since both of them are on the same network. Okay, so can I say that this could have been the possible path, but right now, since the remote host does not know the fact that the mobile host is in its own network, so it first packs the packet into a main packet. I call that as a main packet, and then this main packet is going to pass through the internet to come over to the home agent. Then this home agent is going to forward this packet to the foreign agent through the internet. And I have already told you that a lot of routers come in between, so there is a little bit of problem that might occur because of this, which I call as network congestion. Obviously, when this particular packet could have reached, when remote host could have directly sent mobile host the packet, if the mobile host is in the same network, then what is there? What need is there to send the packet first through the internet to the router R1, then through the internet again to the router R2? So that's what we call as double crossing. But I want to highlight this one point, that this is what we call as case 2 is what we call as double crossing, because the same packet, main packet, is crossing the internet 2 times. But let's take one more case. When mobile host wants to send a packet directly to the remote host. In both of these cases, we assume that the mobile host and remote host are on the same network, and this mobile host is in the foreign network out of its home network. Okay. Now, we had already talked about in the previous lecture as well that if mobile host wants to send a packet to a remote host, then it simply write its own home address in the source field of the packet. This is the header. This is the IP header. This is the IP datagram. So up till this point is the IP header. So in the source field, it is going to write its own home address, and in the destination field, it is going to write the address of the remote host. So S3's IP. Now the packet is not going to transfer through the complete internet 2 times. It is directly going to transfer over here. That's not a problem. So the problem arises when the remote host wants to send a packet to mobile host. The problem arises at that particular point of time. I hope that I was able to teach you this concept quite well, and if you have missed out on something, I highly suggest you to go through the complete lecture again, because in the next lecture I will be talking about the triangle routing, and for that you should be very well versed with this particular concept of double crossing. Bye.